maybe I will surprise someone, but I would rank that trash among the better FPS games of the last year. And it definitely wasn't just because it was and still is extremely cheap to buy, less than 3 euros. It was simply a great return to the 90s with its quirky humor, quirky graphics and a reminder of what our favorite games used to look like. So when I got an email notification about the release of the Operation Yellow Snow DLC, I had to play it. I probably don't need to explain how yellow snow is made, right? What am I doing?
Nah, I'm not an asshole.
The price is again reasonable, less than €1, and for that you get about 45 minutes of experience. I don't want to say fun, because I left it very disappointed. It started snowing in a quarantine zone and you, in the shoes of the new hero Commander Dalton, try to find out where your men are disappearing to. Strangely enough, it's not because of the main character from the original game, whom you do meet. But he just stands there.
Menacingly!
The DLC have 4 maps filled with new winter enemies and new weapons, and on the surface it may seem like it's just an extension of the original game. So you may be wondering, what's the problem then, FireTight? Well, first of all, it's not as imaginative. In the base game, all those bags, trash cans, barrels could be destroyed and they often contained hidden items. But here, only the green boxes can be opened, the rest of the world is strictly static. Except for the snowman. The enemies are made in the Christmas spirit, but there are only 6 types? 2 of them are basically identical, and after hearing ho 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 from these pseudo-Santas, you will realize that the developers didn't put much effort into it. The weapons are new, but they are basically just redrawn from the original game and they are sometimes very disappointing. Like this Desert Eagle for example, which I thought was going to be a hand cannon, but it's even weaker than the normal pistol. The only real novelty is the flamethrower, which... yeah, sure, I don't see a problem with that, except that unfortunately you get it in... a nice cave. Oh god, it looks freaking awful. And look what happens when I start shooting with a Sten. Show me the guy who said during testing that this was totally fine. I would like to see him and talk with him. Or these burning barrels. But that's still nothing compared to the most entertaining part called jumping. Yes, jumping, which works so well that you have to jump when you are not standing on the platform, otherwise you will simply fall. And because the developers were so proud of this idea, they repeat it several times, including this little gem. The final boss is pretty much what you can expect. There are about 10 of them, but it's not a problem on the first try. Ho ho ho, it's done. This joke only works in Czech. Ho ho ho, hotovo. And there's still the problem of Santas shooting at you without you having a chance to see them. Very frequently late loading of enemies or items, it crashed on me once, or a minor annoyance with the confusing magazine count indicator. This DLC just didn't work out. While I would recommend the original game, feel free to skip this one. It's a fair little brother, and if the price weren't what it is, I would call it a cheap cash grab. Shame.